Who? There's a man stuck in here, man. Do you not know? Oh, news article. Glittering stars studded cast of top assists. And celebrities were in attendance for the opening of Somerston's new sculpture garden. Henry Outram, the island's laird, was said to be delighted with the reception to the opening event. In a brief statement to the press, he announced that the land and the grounds of Outram Hall would be left in trust for future generations of art lovers to walk the grounds and enjoy these world-class works in a natural setting. Somerston Museum may be set to open again. The museum, which has been shut down since the death of curator Morris Compton, has a new owner, circus legend Cersei Jackson, who recently returned to the island after retiring from a glitzy show business career. Huh. Army man on a drink can. Still some drink in there. The birds. Bro, you can't tell me bro isn't thick, bro. Look at them thighs, dude. Look at them freaking thighs, bro. Coin, bro. New Zealand 3-penny piece. Guess there isn't much here. Oh, we got someone here. Godfrey Bowen.
I remember we was walking home from school, a bunch of us, and I told him my granddad said the lad had a live Bactrian camel living somewhere in the woods. Everyone laughed, but I told them it was true. Ogden didn't believe me. Someone would have seen it. He dared me to climb in and prove it. I told him he'd have to come with me. Sneaking past the big house, we were almost caught by the gamekeeper and had to run. Hell for leather for the woods.
Ah, because we're almost caught by a gatekeeper. One, hell for leather. For the woods.
He reached the trees out of breath. I was bent double and leant against a tree. Ogden had better breath control and he recovered quickly. He saw it first. The clouds parted, the moon shone down, and Ogden gasped. And then I did too. Was it? It was. The next day, we were kicking ourselves. We had no proof. No one was going to believe us. But we knew what we saw.
Oh, yeah, he was a couple of years above these chaps at school. Oh, and he's right. No one believed them. We gave them so much stick.
I'm sure this wasn't the... Grenkins of Shelmerston. Look at that. So we have to find this camel thing, wherever it's at. Is it in here? Guess not. Won't be in the pencil. What does this do? If I remember this story correctly. Aha. Nope. That thing, there we go.
Camels are so obviously a made-up animal. Humans will believe any old rubbish.
You don't think camels are real? Think again.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close.
Oh, is there one in here? No. Alright, well, bam, bro. $14 of them? It's 14? Can't tell me that's not it, though. Can't tell me that's not it. You can't tell me that's not it. Turn it the other way. Turn it the other damn way, bro. Isn't that great? Let's go upstairs. There's not a skull on that one. Crazy. Is it in the trombone? It's gotta be a cup, right? Bro, Liar's Dice? That game is so fun. If you've never played Liar's Dice, pretty fun game. Oh, we got old lady. You keep finding them everywhere, eh? I guess not that one. hell? It's raining out? Dang, bro. It's freaking raining out. Shiz, man. No memory things here. Got a thought bubble in you, buddy? I guess not. Okay. Something weird like that. It's gotta be one of these things, right? It's gotta be some angle. Like that? What? Oh, such weird. This is difficult, dude. Got it, let's go. Easy, bro. Easy. Now, I want to figure this thing out in order. Right. I'll come back to her. She's the last one. Is it the freezer? Is it the back of the freezer? Heck yeah, dude. Too good at this, bro. I'm too good at finding these Grinkin. Halfway there. No thought bubbles back What's with the fridge like this? I guess not that, right? Is it the pot? No foul bubbles in here. Barrel. How am I supposed to... How was I supposed to figure that out? Yeah, dude. 3 to go. This guy's third in line. Remember that. What the box? This thing? Kind of triangulish. No, that's no sense. Silverstein cricket team.
It was the day of the island cricket match out on the volcanic sandspit. We had lost to Appledore for the past 3 years, and it was my first year as captain. I didn't want another loss on my watch. Ogden had just come back from New Zealand and told me he'd be up for it. I wasn't sure. I remembered Ogden from school. He was lanky and good in the field, but batting... not sure. Ogden showed up with his own bat. He told me he'd won it in a pub in Dunedin and that it had belonged to a famous New Zealand player. I wondered whether I should put him into bat at all, but Ogden whispered to me that he'd been playing on deck all the way home. I knew Ogden wasn't a bluffer, but he was never the guy who got picked for the first team at school. Still, I had nothing to lose. Ogden hit a 6 with his first stroke. We went wild! And just when I thought it must be a fluke, he hit another, and another. What? He was a machine!
Crazy.
Ogden hit so many cricket balls out into the sea that we had to stop play. We'd run out. It was a stunning win, and we carried Ogden back across the sand and into the Camel. Even though he'd won the match pretty much single-handedly, he insisted it was all down to the bat and plenty of practice. Ogden was solid gold.
It's a nice
How's that? What a great day that was. And we've beaten Appledore every year since. Those poor chaps never did recover from Ogden's incredible batting.
Huh. Let's go. I feel like this game is just like, it's gonna hit me.
Hey, Morris, remember when we found one of these heavy balls
At
on the
some
beach
point,
and I dropped it on your toe?
I mean, it kind of did it yesterday, but you know. Well, the guy on the boat is next. But I want to see what. Lily pads. Alright, gotta find one more Franklin thing. Well, bam, dude, let's go. Got all 14 Grenklins. Grenkins. My bad. Bootleg Henry Girl.
I remember when a young Ogden asked to join the Shelmerston Silver Band. I recognised his talent immediately. He could play anything, that lad. Literally anything. Eventually he settled on the sousaphone, which he always insisted on playing with his lucky bronze mouthpiece. One evening after the Silver Band played a storming concert in the Camel, Ogden and Sally got it into their heads to go for a night swim in the harbour, young love and all that. Ogden left his mouthpiece behind, and when we came back the next morning to pack up, it had disappeared. It really rattled him. Ogden was worried he wouldn't be able to perform without it, but of course, next time we played, he was just as good as ever. Didn't need any lucky mouthpiece, Sir Ogden.
Oh, mouthpiece.
He could play anything, that lad.
Impressive, impressive.
Ogden was so talented. A real virtuoso. Oh, I loved listening to him play.
Ah, speak for yourself, Morris. It was a terrible racket.
There it is.
They seem to have been...
Next is this old lady's. This one, I think, right? Yeah. Sally Mapes.
We were 14 when we started going out. Me and my friend Cassia had started a beach clean at the weekend, and Ogden turned up with his mate Godfrey. I had no idea Ogden liked me. He was the tallest in our year, and we all fancied him. By the time we reached the little cove at the north end of the beach, he'd asked me to come to a concert he was playing in. I said yes. We'd been going out for a few years when I applied to Floristry College on the mainland. I didn't tell Ogden. I didn't believe I'd get in, and didn't want him to think I was trying to get away from him. Ogden might have looked mature and confident, but he was a gentle soul, not nearly as sure of himself as he looked. But I did get in, and he was gutted. I felt terrible. I didn't want to hurt Ogden. He said he didn't mind, but I could see he was covering. My last week on Shelmerston was really hard. Every time I saw him, it felt so strained, and I couldn't sleep.
Oh, man. Damn.
Finally, on my last night, I made a decision. I would take an apprenticeship at the garden centre on the island instead, so we could stay together. It felt like the right thing to do. I would tell Ogden in the morning. But when I opened the door the next day, I found Ogden's sousaphone left on the doorstep. I was terrified. What did it mean? What had he done? I ran down to his house, my heart in my mouth. His mum, she never did like me, was a little bit smug. She told me Ogden had sailed off to New Zealand. He was headed to Christchurch, she said, and didn't know when he was coming back. Then she shut the door. I was more than a bit tearful, but, you know, looking back, I think we both needed to have a bit of an adventure.
Damn, bro. That's sad, man.
I spent a lot of time with Sally during this period. We used to meet up quite often when she returned from floristry college and I was working at the museum. For a while I thought maybe we would get together. But she always seemed a bit out of reach, sort of distracted. Well, it makes sense now.
Dude, this game kind of hits a little close to like home, in a sense, you know. I didn't think I would be super prepared. It sure wasn't, you know. Indefatigable.
How did that get in there?
A lot of patience, that's how that got in there. A lot of patience. Still one more, what? How would this last person be? They always just drop a fifth one, like, out of nowhere. Aha. Gotcha. Sally again. This is gonna be sad.
I missed Ogden so much, and for the first month there was no letter at all. I took my place at college on the mainland without knowing how he was feeling. It was a shock how low it made me, even though I was working with flowers, my dream job. I threw myself into making friends and working as hard as I could. I wondered about him travelling the world, without me and without his sousaphone. What he was doing, how he was feeling. Then the letters started arriving, and it was amazing. Each one came with a penny from a different country. One from Valparaiso, another from Dakar. I wrote back and told Ogden about my course, trips to Kew Gardens, which were amazing. And Ogden told me about his voyage, watching dolphins and flying fish, crossing the equator. Sometimes we were both lonely. We poured out our hearts to each other. In a funny way, I think the letters made us closer than ever. When he arrived in Christchurch, he'd send me flowers pressed in his letters. I sent him a shell from home, and then he sent me a New Zealand halfpenny. It was my favourite. On one side was the head of a Maori tiki. Ogden told me it was lucky. I came back to the island, and when my father died, I opened up my own florist shop on the quay. I tucked the halfpenny under the front step for luck, polished up Ogden's sousaphone and put it in the window. They both brought me luck, and the shop flourished. One day, Ogden showed up at the shop, completely out of the blue. He told me there was nowhere like Shelmerston, and no one like me. I was so thrilled to see him, I asked him to marry me there and then. He said yes.
Oh, man.
The lure of Shelmerston. It always pulls people back when they try to move away. They were a lovely couple, Sally and Ogden.
Dang, bro. I'm tearing up, bro. Shit. This game. I know where this one was at. Dang, bro.
One good thing about being dead, I'll never have to deal with counting change again.
Good one, dude. Good one. Alright, it's time to...
Ah, yes. A very distinctive odour indeed. I reckon I can find him from this. Here I come, Ogden.
This way, guys. This way. I think he's this way. Let's hope he is. Let's see if we can gather more over here. Ogden, you should stay here, dude. You don't gotta go to the east or west, wherever. Stay here, man. Get the island safe, dude. More? No, I need 12 this time, okay. We're good. Ogden. Oh man, what's up, dude? Awesome.
Oh, this feels so good. Terrific to see you, Morris.
Oh, it's great to see you too, mate.
Have a stretch, Ogden. We have a question for you.
Sparky, owner of the very finest singing voice on the island. What can I do for you?
Well, it's about the custodian. We need a replacement.
Ah, yes. I've heard that volcano rumbling. Poor Aggie must be very tired.
Yes, she is. We need a replacement.
Oh. Oh, you want me to be the custodian? Well, I'm honored, but I can't.
Are you sure? The island is in dire need.
I know, and I sympathize, but Sally is the other half of me. I need to watch over her. Everything else may be changing, but she's my constant, and I'm hers. I need to go into the West with her when it's her time.
Yes, I understand. You two always did have an enviable connection.
We were very lucky to find each other. And I'm still lucky just to watch over her. Makes this place still feel a bit like home, even as it changes. So I'm going to stay.
This game's
But
too
listen,
nice, bro.
Once you've found the custodian, come back and enjoy a sniff of that beer in the Camel with me, eh?
So heartwarming, dude.
Sure, Ogden. Well, see you around.
Dang, bro. What
Well, after all these years, Ogden still carries that torch for Sally. I wish I'd been so lucky. Things I should have done.
You were busy with the museum, Morris. And you did walks, and you did fetch, and belly rubs, and...
Yeah, all right, yes. I was very busy. Thank you for reminding me.
You did plenty. But now you need to find the next custodian.
Hey, how long has Aggie been custodian?
Oh, a little while now. You've met her, actually.
I have?
Well, her body, anyway. In the museum.
What? Her body? In the museum? Oh, wait!
That's right, Morris.
The Bog Lady. The Bog Lady of Shelmerston. What, that's Aggie?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's her body, anyway. Her spirit is all around us, of course.
But Aggie is Bronze Age. 3,000 years. She's been custodian all that time?
Yep.
Wow. No wonder
Crazy.
she's tired.
More tired every minute. We need to get to the next prospect. Greg Litherland, at the campsite.
Greg.
I'm not
Okay.
prepared for the ending of this game. This game's gonna cut deep, bro. I just know it, dude. I just know it. Everything's set up to be. Nab Hill Campsite. This is a small little place.
The one part of the island I never spent much time at. I never cared for camping. Although we did find a lot of Bronze Age goods down here. Really fascinating bits and bobs. I reckon this was an important place once. And not just to shellers.
Oh, there's so many great smells here. Oh, and so many rabbits to chase. Stop it, Sparky, you have a job to do.
You know, I suppose I do like it better up here now I don't have to worry about combing all those burrs out of your fur. At least this part of Shelmerston isn't changing too much.
Yes. Now let's sniff out Greg.
Yeah, I always found Greg a bit difficult. That business with the owl of his.
He wasn't a bad guy at heart. Just liked animals a bit more than people, sometimes. Maybe. But who can blame him? Let's find some people who remembered him. Dig a little deeper.
Memories of Greg Litherland. Here we come.
Yeah. Greg ran Nab Hill Campsite, where his pricky demeanor and insistence on rules were notorious. He was a keen bird watcher, nature lover, and campaigner for the protection of Morlaws. A huge fan of Scheller racing, Greg captured the excitement of the sport with his photographs. He seems like a loner. A very lonely man. Okay, there isn't a whole lot to... Then there's this whole other segment. Okay, never mind. There's definitely a lot to it. There's cupcake dudes. shell people. Well, there's a lot more to this place than I thought there was. I thought it was just that small segment. But, oh, there's more. Yep. Of course. Alright, we'll start from where we got. Nothing here, nothing here. No people. Just count? Yeah. She can't. She's gonna be dreaming of him.
I only knew Greg briefly, from the summer that I took over the campsite and he retired. He seemed harmless enough, if a bit strange, living in that nasty little caravan. As part of his official handover process, he gave me a big box of rule books that I was apparently supposed to give every camper when they arrived. I couldn't believe them. The amount of inches apart each tent had to be, the angle of pitch, permitted colours of guy ropes. No skipping ropes, marbles, conkers, or throwing games. No singing with hand drums.
What? Dang, very strict guy.
I built a huge fire on the beach, invited the whole site for a big party, and burned the lot. But then, awkward, Greg showed up. I guess he'd been collecting some things from his caravan and came to see what the noise was all about. You could tell he wasn't comfortable, but he sat down and tried to make conversation. I told him how beautiful I thought Shelmerston was, and he started telling me all about the wildlife here and the best places to spot birds. He was actually quite a sweet guy. He must have noticed what we were burning, but he never mentioned it. That was the last time I saw him. I always felt a bit guilty. I mean, I got him wrong. He wasn't that bad.
So then when you get to know someone...
Well, it's a good thing she kept one of them. It must be around here somewhere.
It's always important to know about people. I'm guessing it's not this thing. Okay. A freaking Game Boy. I think you would put a litter grabber. Don't know what that's doing. Maybe it's in a box. I don't think that's safe water to drink, bro. It's freaking shrooms in there, dude. Probably clean that out. Where is this thing at? We'll have to be in the area. It can't be anywhere else. It can't be over here, can it? No. It has to be in the house. Why is this so hard to find, dude? Shouldn't be that hard to find. Honestly, it should not be this hard to find. Oh, found it. Nap Hill
What's
camping.
this about dogs having to be on leads the whole time? Oh. Getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close to one.
Are there ones in here? Looks like a sink. Is that a sink? Is that the sinks? No. Booyah. Let's go, dude. How many we got here? 8? Okay. Sounds good. Is there one in here? There is. I have a feeling it's part of this guy. Needs the thing in front of it. Of course, yeah. Of course, I just had to flip it back. It was just a snake. That ate a... That is... Yeah, it's something. Get back. is it? Boom. Heck yeah. Oh no, is it that? Yeah, this fucking movie. Is this not it? isn't a campfire? This one? Heck yeah, dude. St. You Playfair.
Miles and I came to Shelmerston for the Sheller Cup final. Miles was the world champion for ages. Greg, the campsite manager, was a huge Sheller fan. Always gave us the best pitch on the campsite. Miles was up early every morning, training for the big race. Greg would always be lurking in the background, taking photos. It became rather annoying. How many photos did he need? Oh God, and one time he turned up at our barbecue and wouldn't leave. The man could not take a hint. So, race day arrives and Greg is there with his camera, of course, getting in everyone's way. So Greg leans out into the track as the pack came past, Miles in the lead. And Miles goes crashing right into Greg. Total disaster. Miles goes down and Kwasi flies past him to win the race. Miles was absolutely gutted. He definitely would have won it. Later that night, all us Shellers were on our way back from the pub and we heard Greg outside his caravan, just sat by himself, crying. Miles, he was such a good sport, went over and spoke to him, invited him over to our camp for a drink. So then Greg came back and hung out with us, brought his camera and showed us all his Sheller race photos. You know, that guy was actually a pretty great photographer. By the end of the night, Miles had forgiven him. Miles was good like that.
That's something.
Shellers. I never understood the appeal of that. Seems blooming uncomfortable to me. Poor old Greg. He was always rubbing people up the wrong way, but he meant well. And he really loved this place.
Yeah. Misunderstood guy. There's his camera.
Oh, I wish we could use this! I am a very photogenic dog, you know.
Alright, Sparky. Dude, these two kids be everywhere. Arthur and Kate, they're freaking everywhere, dude. Oh, it is in this area. Cowabunga, dude. Cowa freaking bunga, dude. See if there's anyone dreaming about Greg. Who out here is dreaming about Greg? Alright, cool. I'm a very photogenic dog, you know? Look at that. Another person dreaming about Greg. This guy's awake. Boopy. Let's freaking bop it, dude. Alright, cool, cool. Elbow, dude. Oh, I gotta find one more Grinklin. Curtis Jackson, birdwatcher.
My whole life I've dreamed of seeing a Jempson's sea owl. One day, I read the news that a guy on this little island called Shelmerson had discovered one. I had to see it. The only B&B on the island booked up really fast, so I decided to stay at the temporary campsite set up by the guy who discovered the sea owl, Greg Litherland. The atmosphere was amazing. There were twitchers from all over the world come to see it. Greg had given the owl a name, David Abrahams. A bit weird, but I guess he was the one who found it. And because it had no mate, it was lonely, and he'd made a model female owl out of concrete. That was quite impressive. I got to know Greg a bit during my stay. He really seemed to resent all the noise and fuss on the island. His island, as he thought of it. And the irony was that he was the one who got everyone excited about coming to Shelmerston.
Just a disconnected guy.
Greg told us he'd take us up in groups to the owl's nest site, but I snuck up early with my camera. It saw me and it flew off hooting and I didn't get a picture.
Oh, bro, what?
I had to make do with a picture of the model. It wasn't the same.
Oh.
Ah, I remember that. All those bird watchers suddenly arriving and nowhere for them to stay. I didn't think Greg had it in him to start a campsite, but he somehow pulled it together.
Like, this dude just suddenly was just like, you know what? F it, bro. This one just. Where would an owl statue be placed? This guy here just can't sleep. Found you, sucker.
Oh, poor old David Abrahams.
This just brings you back to the... Okay, is it this one? Now, I want to find out where the last... Oh. That is very uncomfortable looking. She's just stuck like that. Okay. There we go. Sandy needles.
I love camping. We've come to Shelmerston every summer with the kids for years. Okay, our tent is a bit bright, but that means the kids can always see it. Greg seemed angry about everything this year. He told us our tent was outside of the regulation colours, and being around the kids seemed to really upset him. But they were only being kids, just running around playing. Greg was blowing that bloody whistle every 5 minutes. One day, Greg confiscated my little one's kite. He was terrifying. We still sometimes get nightmares about it. I had to do something. When I saw Greg put the whistle down, I pinched it and took out the pea. You know, the thing that makes the noise. I threw that pea somewhere Greg would never find it. You should have seen his face when he blew his whistle and nothing happened.
I always wondered how Greg managed to get so good at hand whistling.
This kid's terrified. Wolf needle. And where could this little whistle be? It's gotta be. Is it in here? Is it a rabbit? Where you gotta go through. Oh, second try. Let's go. Dude, I was like, bro, I gotta. Acme.
Oh, the smell of rabbit poo. It doesn't excite me the way it used to when I was alive.
Pig hole. Maisie Wilkinson.
My best thing is throwing discs. I am really good. I like playing with Dan and Toddler. It's our favourite thing when we go camping on Shelmerston. One time, Greg Clifferland came up the beach, all red-faced like an angry tomato. He pointed at a sign. It said, "No throwing games." He was yelling and shouting at us.
Oh no!
He told me to give him my disc, but I wouldn't. I threw it high up into the air. And it went bang into a massive bird. Then the bird fell into the sea.
Hit a freaking bird?
I felt so awful. I never meant to hurt the birds. The whole thing was terrible. Mr. Lifferland was screaming. He waded into the sea, picked up that bird, and carried it back to the beach. He was crying and crying. I'm sorry, Mr. Lifferland.
Oh, it was the owl. She hit the owl and killed it on accident. Damn, bro.
Oh, Greg. Poor guy. Oh, and that poor bird. I guess that explains why he was always so prickly.
You gotta find a little ball? Is that what that is? A ball? Where'd the little ball be? In the camper? Little trailer park? I don't know. I don't think it would be here. Is that it? No. This one's got stars and stuff on it. Is that not it? Can't be anywhere else. I imagine it can't be anywhere else. hell is this thing, dude? Oh. Wow.
I love these things. Woof! Okay, I've got his scent. It was...
Greg! Oh, hello.
Morris, what are you doing here? Oh, hello there, pup.
Hi, Greg.
You can talk now. Rather prefer my animals when they don't talk.
Oh, dang,
Yeah, Greg, we need to ask you, would you be interested in being the next island custodian? It's
I
a
don't think
very
we will.
important job.
Oh, no, absolutely not. This is your mess, and you can sort it out.
My
Dang, bro.
mess? Well, how do you mean?
You dug her up. I warned you, and I warned you when we were still alive that those archaeological digs were a bad idea. And now we know exactly how bad.
Well, now hold on,
Walking
Greg. That's not
egg,
how
yeah.
that works.
Oh, isn't it, talking dog? 3,000 years, no eruptions. You dig Aggie up, and then suddenly her grip on the island is weakening. Well, some coincidence that sounds like.
But I didn't. I never did.
No. There's no way I'm doing that job. It's too much obligation, it's not my responsibility, and frankly, one lifetime of humans was plenty for me. Now, I'm going to stay right here until I can find David Abrams.
Fine. Thanks, Greg. See ya, I suppose.
Thanks, Greg.
It's not looking good, is it, old girl?
Don't worry, Morris. I hate it when you worry. It makes me nervous.
He's waiting for David Abrams. I guess I'm like him in that way. The most important person in my life wasn't technically a person. More like an island.
Yes, the island. This island. A whole
the
island's
game's
worth of
gonna end
people and
with Morris
stories.
being
Not like Greg at all. Everyone loves you.
Really? Well,
But he
loved
can't
me,
because
perhaps, past tense.
No, they still do. And there's one more person who loves you we need to talk to. Our last prospect. I just know we're getting close now.
Hey, Sparky, how do you know all this stuff? I mean, you're just my dog, aren't you?
Well, nobody is just anything, Morris. I'm mostly the dog you raised, but I'm also kind of a messenger, a scout, part of something bigger. Aggie sent me to help guide you.
Aggie sent you?
No time to explain, Morris. We have to get to the last prospect.
Well,
it's gonna be Sparky.
however it came to be, I'm glad I get to spend more time with you, old friend.
So am I, Morris. Now, off to see Samphire down at the harbour.
Ah, Sam. Yeah, lead the way, girl.
Good old Sam. Okay. Man, I'm not ready for this, you know. So, you know. It's 12:35, dang, bro.
Ah, the harbour. I always loved watching the boats come in and out. Never did get around to expanding the fishing exhibit, did I? You remember coming down here with me?
I'd have liked it better if you'd have let me swim.
I love your confidence, Sparky. But you always thought yourself a bigger dog than you actually were.
Oh. Lots more boats than there used to be, though, aren't there?
Certainly are. Shelmerston got busy. Though this is busier than even I remember. Say, how long have we been doing this search?
Oh, I don't know, Morris. Once you're dead, time seems to be a bit less important.
Does it? Oh, I don't know. I suppose it seems a bit galling that time and everything else keeps moving even though I've stopped. Makes a man feel unimportant.
Oh, you're not unimportant, Morris. You're saving the island. And to do that, we better go find some people who remember Samphire.
Yes. Sam surely understands the feeling of watching everything change. Fishfolk live for, what, 200 years? That's no small amount of change.
Not volcano change, though, Morris. And that's what we need to avoid. Off we go!
Good old Samphire. 1904 to 2010. That's over 100 years. This man lived a long life. Dang. A long, healthy life. That's good. That's the final thought bubble. Here's the first. There's a good old coral one.
It was the 6th summer after I spawned that I went to my first Aggie's Day ceremony. You know, Aggie, the dry cider who saved the world from cracking in two. We don't go on land until we're 6 years old. It's all swimming, wafting around. Standing up is hard at first, the weight distribution. Anyway, I went up dry side for the ceremony, and that was where I first met Sam. It was so loud and hot out there, all that shell blowing. I was bored, and my body felt dry and heavy. I was too young, really. There were souvenir stalls selling bracelets with little stones of polished lava. I wanted one so bad, I would not shut up about it. Sam saw I was fed up. They took me up the beach, away to the dunes, and Sam gave me a little polished stone of my own to play with. Had a heart of gold, they did. It wasn't until years later that I found out it was a tiny replica of the one Aggie died on. We became good friends. Sam helped a lot. They were always on my side. My pod, we were quite traditional, didn't like us working with the dry-siders, but Sam talked me into going for the job as a diver on the new harbour. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd have tried. That stone was my lucky charm. I took it with me when I went for the interview, and I took it down with me when I went on my first dive. I had a pocket made specially in my tool belt. Sam took me under their fin, invited me out to the camel, and let me stay with them and Blythe on the ferry if it was a late one. And there were plenty of late ones. Karaoke nights are still my favorites. Every time I feel that lucky stone in my pocket, I think of Sam.
I remember all the fish folk coming up on the beach for Aggie's Day when I was a lad. Seems less of a big deal these days. I guess they still celebrate it, but, well, it's a lot more sedate. Back then, it was a huge
fish people
event.
call themselves they? That's just weird. I'm guessing fish don't really get a gender, do they? Like, they're more just like... Oh, I gotta find this good luck charm. Let's see, it's inside the pocket. Look at that. Is that it? Easy ass shades, bro.
Oh, magic stones? I knew humans were superstitious,
But I thought the fish folk would be a little bit more savvy.
Getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. Let's go box of... I don't think it would be. 9 of them on this island? Alright, sick, okay. Seabass Roberts. Wake up or be consumed by fire. But your phone's off, buddy. This game takes place. Where? Stupid idiot. Got that one. Wow. Where the fuck? I would not have done that. I would have spent ages on that.
I first met Sam when I sailed the new ferry, the Queen of the Isles, into harbor. Of course, I'd heard of the fish folk, but I'd never met one. Sam was an amazing pilot. Knew the waters better than any boatman. It was strange, steering a course for someone actually in the water, but we never went wrong with Sam to guide us in.
Next time I was in Chelmerston, we went for a drink at the Camel. I'm more into bats than beer, but Sam was intriguing, and the atmosphere in there was great. Like a warm nest. Great band, too. Awesome sousaphone player. I think we got on because we were both a little bit on the outside of things. Sam invited me over for toast and hot chocolate. Honestly, hot chocolate doesn't do it for me. But the toast, that multi-seed bread. Sam made the best toast. I told Sam that next to a good cuttlefish bone, that it was my favorite snack. I stayed over. In the morning, we went for a walk along the beach. And just as the sun was rising, I took them flying on my back. We went up and looked down over the islands. Sam wasn't scared at all. They said it was like swimming through the air. It was on the next trip to Chelmerston. We just sighted land when Sam's head popped out of the water right beside my berth and passed me a fresh cuttlefish bone, carved especially for me. When we moved in together, it was the best day of my whole life. I put that cuttlefish bone on my bedside table within beak reach. I still look at it every day, every single day.
I just remembered that time Blythe and I did a duet at the karaoke. I can't believe I agreed to it. Must have had a few too many. I never knew how Sam and Blythe met.
Pretty fucking gay if you ask me, dude. What the fuck? That's freaking, that's just, yeah. Where do I find this stone? Don't care about. Okay. Sure it wouldn't be in this guy's pocket. this stone be anywhere on the boat? No. I guess maybe. Okay, I wouldn't think much of it, but I guess so. Oh, it's right there, dude.
Oh, I used to love finding these on the beach.
is really annoying, dude. Is that not it? Holy crap, dude. Oh, let's just pick and cheese, put the berry in between. Winkle Bob.
When I was a kid, I hated the annual Morlow Cull. I was kept away and found excuses not to be there. Then, aged 10, my dad marched me down to the beach with other men and put a knife in my hand. It was the worst day of my life. I saw Morlows slit from jaw to belly, more blood than you could imagine. I didn't sleep for months after. But you grow up, don't you? I never felt it right that we was killing Morlows, but what could I do about it? I was just a fisherman. One day I see Samfire, the new harbour officer, handing out leaflets on the quayside. Stop that cull. I went along to that first meeting at the campsite. Greg Litherland was one of the other organisers. It was beautiful. So much hope around that campfire. When I spoke about the pain of the Morlow, it really felt like the young uns were listening. Me, Sam and Greg held regular events to raise funds for badges and patches. I was proud to wear mine on me best Gansey. There was quite a rift between us and the old guard. They felt the ban was an attack on our ways. Sam and me took a load of the fishermen out for a beer, and Sam made them listen. They really respected Sam. We got most of them on our side that way. By 87, we finally felt like we had enough support to push for change. So the week before the Morlow showed up, we organised a mass dying on the beach. There were loads of us lying down on that sand. Islanders, fishermen, fish folk all together. And the press showed up, and the mainland TV, and for the first time in 500 years, we stopped that cull.
Alrighty.
I'm so glad we don't do that cull anymore. I was proud of Sam and that lot when they finally made the old uns see sense. And, well, I did my part. Held a lot of those early meetings at the museum, we did.
Is that like a badge or something? I don't think it would be in a pizza box. Maybe somewhere more. No, newspaper. Miles Humboldted. Shelmerston's most famous sporting superstar did it again. Thursday, when he completed the final lap of the Shelmerston course in the Scheller World Cup, to be crowned world champion for the 5th time. The volcano continues to cause alarm. Last week it was announced that the Queen of the Isles would be suspending its service, and tomorrow's crossing would be the last for the foreseeable future. Okay. That's something. Save the Morlo.
Oh, I love Morlos. Such gentle creatures.
Landstuntion.
By the time Sam started as the Harbour Controller in '79, The fishing industry in Shelmerston was on its arse. No way to compete with those factory trawlers from the mainland, was there? Couldn't moor those things anywhere near the island, even if we had them. Of course we were all smuggling, stands to reason, done it? There was no money. All those old fishing sheds on the quay, the ones the tourists like, were falling down. Old place looked, pardon me, like a tip. There was a lot of trouble at first. Sam trying to stick by the rules and catch us out any way they could, and us trying any which way to give her the runabout. Wasn't easy, mind you. She was smart, that Sam. You never knew when they were going to pop her head out of the water beside your tub. And to be fair to Sam, some of them smuggling boys were bad uns. Worse stuff than booze on some of them boats, and that's the truth. Probably no bad thing Sam put a stop to it.
Sam was a female?
But in time, Sam started to see how things were, how we do things, and we came to an understanding of sorts. If Sam turned a blind eye to a bit of the decent stuff, the harmless stuff, then we'd report the worst of it. I mean, we all want to keep the seas safe, stands to reason. Plus, Sam was partial to a bottle or two of the sheep shank on occasion. Oh, yeah. Sam was sharp as a gutting knife. They made us hand over some of the, shall we say, dividends to fix up the quay. All them sheds and that. Make them into something we can be proud of. Turn things around for Shelmerston, there did. Now we get more of those tourists since the big ferry started. And they love a day out on a boat. Ken takes them all out, he does. At the same time, Sam organised a kind of work-sharing thing with the fish folk. Got some of them to swim along with the fishing boats, help them locate the biggest shoals. Gave those big trawlers with all their fancy radar gear a run for their money. We'll never be big players in the fishing down here. But thanks to Sam, we hold our own. Bless him.
Alright. Cool.
I reckon I still have a bottle or two of sheep shank stashed away at the museum. Don't suppose anyone will ever drink them now.
Find your boat or the shanks to me. I'm guessing in the section of bottles. Look at that, sheep shank.
Ah, a different kind of spirit to the ones we've been looking for.
Yeah, I'd fuck the shit out of you too, dog. What the hell? Yo, pause. Alright, so I found 7 of the, things. So I'm not sure how, chair, I don't know. Yo, it's the apple dude with the thighs, bro. Mushroom head girl. Just chilling it. Dude, why is there a toaster in the... That is bizarre. the fudge, man? Is this not it? Gee, bro. Shut your barking ass up, bro.
I swim with a pod south of the Fire Isles. I believe the dry-siders call the larger one Shelmaston. It's where the ceremony happens for the dry-sider who stopped the world from cracking. That's where I first heard talk of toast, and where I met the friend called Samfire. I did not believe it at first. A food which snaps so dry. Then one morning at sunup, I followed the ship and caught a blackened slice as it arced into the water. This was the start of my lifelong love of toast. I saw Samfire on the dry side and came up out of the sea to ask them for toast. They asked me to put on some pants, but I refused to denigrate myself with dry-side fabric. No matter, I had brought some shiny coins with me that I found on the seabed and secreted in my swimming falls. Sam took me to their parents' toast shack, but they refused to serve me without clothes. They also told me that my shiny coins were unsuitable, too old. So Sam lent me some trousers, and I swept the toast shack in return for crispy slices. Sam taught me some of the ways of the dry-siders, but to be honest, I'm only interested in the toast. I never wanted to eat anything else. Sam understood this. I spend my nights swimming through the black waters of the deepest ocean trenches. By day, I come up onto quayside and fill up on the finest crusted seedy bloomer, almost black, no butter.
What's this thing that I want? What's this thing that
I could
Dad
really
wants
go
me to
for a
watch?
nice piece of toast right now. But, yeah, with butter.
Really? Playing a game. I want to watch some dumb video.
It's a shame.
Ooh.
probably upside down, I think.
Ahoy there, Samfire!
Morris and Sparky! Oh, lovely to see you both. What can I do for you two?
Well, we wanted to ask you something. It's about Aggie.
She doesn't have long left now, does she? Poor thing.
No, not long at all. We were hoping you might replace her as custodian.
Oh, Morris. I spent years of my life as harbour master trying to keep people from meddling with nature. I don't feel any differently now. I'm appreciative of all Aggie has sacrificed for us, but the island spirit isn't evil. It just needs to erupt from time to time. And if it needs to now, let it, I say. Let nature do what it must. As the fish folk say, the tides will tell.
Yeah, Sam, I hear that. I really do.
No! No, Morris. We can't just give up.
Now, we'll talk about this in a bit, Sparky. Sam, it's always good to see you. Will you be around later?
I think I will. A volcanic eruption is a rare and beautiful thing. I think I'd like to see it.
Okay.
Okay, we just need to talk to Aggie. She'll know what to do.
No, Sparky. I've been thinking about it, and I think Samfire's right. I think it's maybe time to let the town go.
No, Morris. It's not.
No, it's all right, Sparky girl. It's over. This isn't my town anymore. The only ones around here who remember me are ghosts.
That's not true.
No, it is. But that's all right. Truly it is. Everything for a season and all that. And I miss the people I knew. The people who've moved on. I want to see them again. I think I will take Pete No-Chop on his offer and head into the west with him. Shelmerston doesn't need Morris Lupton any longer.
Morris Lupton, you will not give up. You have been granted a precious responsibility and you will honor it.
Sparky?
I'm sorry about that. Remember when I told you I was mostly Sparky? I am, but mostly.
Then what else are you?
I am the rock that you stand on. The wood you people built this town from. The magma bubbling beneath your feet. I am Shelmerston. And right now I want to erupt. But I have also made
no, it's not a biblical
connections
thing,
to the
Dad.
things that live here. Connections I want to keep alive.
It's not talking about that.
I need
It's talking
you,
about the
Morris.
Right. Well,
And I'm still your Sparky. And I need you, Morris. We all do.
Oh, Sparky.
I know you feel forgotten. I know you want to move on. I do too, but I can't until I wrap up this last bit of unfinished business. Will you try one last avenue with me? If we still can't find a solution, then I'll be done. It'll all be done, and we can go into the West together. Please.
All right, Sparky. One last try. But who else is there to talk to?
Aggie.
Aggie? But where is she? Oh, she's everywhere, isn't she?
She is. But I can sniff her out. I just need some mementos.
But where would we find mementos from back then? Oh, of course.
Back to your museum, Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, it's reopened. Well, I suppose that's good. You need to keep up the footfall. Everything has to move on.
Well, yes, but, you know, it is still your museum, Morris. It wouldn't be here without you.
Ah, it was never my museum, Sparky. It was Shelmerston's. It's changing, but, you know, I think it should. So, what happens now? How do we find 4,000-year-old memories?
Ah, come with me, Morris. There's one more thing I ought to show you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, don't suppose I'll ever look at Aggie's room the same way again, will I?
Morris, take a look at those skulls, please.
The skulls? But they have memories inside them? Oh, that's rather morbid, Spark.
Not quite. Look, I didn't explain this before because I felt things were confusing enough, but that slicing is a bit more powerful than I've led you to believe.
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Well, we aren't limited to memories of people who are alive. People are bounded by time, but memories aren't. Check it out.
Is that Pete? What the heck?
Oh, I didn't think dead stomachs could get queasy, but here we are. What?
When are we, Morris? This is Shelmerston in Aggie's time. You should be able to find some memories of her here.
You are some dog.
Let's just speed run this, because honestly, dude.
It was the worst night in the world when Aggie was born. It began in the old village, the one swept away by the rivers of fire. The ground shook and the earth split open and spat sparks. The sun hid and the huts burst into flame as we fled. I thought we would all die. Everyone washed in the burning orange death. And Aggie's mother howling with the pain of the child coming. We made it as far as the cliff top by the sea. The mountain was still roaring and roaring. The rock ran in rivers toward the sea. The air smelled of death and poison. But Aggie was perfect. Small and angry, her tiny fists pummeling the air. I used my knife to cut the cord. We chose a spot for the new village closer to the beach. The burning rivers cooled to pumice and black glass. I made sure everyone knew that a life that began in this way would be special. Not everyone believed me, but Aggie proved me right.
All right.
My goodness. Giving birth like that must have been awful. What a terrifying situation.
So, where do you think that knife is? Should we look around here, or...?
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen that knife before. Back at the museum, I reckon.
Okay, Morris. Let's go.
Yes, what? I'm in the middle of something right here. I just don't want to have. Something printed out of it, yeah. It says Windows Printer Test Page. You see a chicken casserole right here. Is that it? Okay, so where should this knife be? You fucking idiot. Stop going over there. Whatever. I don't think they would hide stuff in a freaking museum case. Just show me the thing. So there it is.
Beautiful. And to think that people had not long stopped using flint tools when this was made.
There is so much history in this knife.
Ooh.
I'd love to see what else it got up to.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris.
Shut the fuck up with your fucking Grinkin shit. Alright, I'm trying to...
Of course we watched her. We had heard of her birth and seen her on the shore. Her feet sometimes in the seawater, her body in the sun. We did not show ourselves at first. As a test, we left the mirror on the black shore, born of the volcano on the same day as her, and waited to see what would happen, to see if it called to her. She picked it up, turned it from side to side. She took it home. The next time I saw her, I introduced myself. We sang together, and I showed her how the mirror worked. How if you emptied your mind and thought of air and light and sea, you would see things in its surface. How things would unfurl in the future. Aggie was better at mirror gazing than any of us sea folk. She saw a girl, her own daughter not yet born, as leader of the dry folk. I told Aggie to keep on gazing into that mirror, that one day the island would need something more than a leader.
How have I not gotten it? It was...
Oh, I had a box of rocks that looked like that mirror somewhere. Where did I put it?
This thing is...
always fearless. My mother Aggie told me there was nothing I couldn't do. With Otsul and without, I hunted the deer in the woods and the hares on the mountain, all before I had taken my first lover. And younger still, one time Aggie had me knock her tooth out when she was in terrible pain. I didn't mind even when the blood poured out. It was easy for me. Spears and knives were my nature. Death and courage were my meat and drink. I knew about Aggie's mirror, of course, but did not believe all of it. When Aggie warned us the Mauler was sick and there would be fewer calves for the following years, none of us listened. It was to be my first cull. I wanted their blood. It was my nature. We would not take less of the Mauler just because an old woman told us to. She came to the beach after the Mauler slaughter, her hair wild, eyes burning with fury, raged and shouted like a woman out of her mind. "We had killed too many," she said. Then she left the village, told us she was done with all of us, forever. As Otsul marked me with oil and blood, I did not mourn my mother leaving. I was young and foolish, and the sight of her ashamed me. But of course, I did not see what was to come.
To think that they were still having the same arguments about the Morlow way back in the Bronze Age.
Aggie must have sensed the trouble ahead. Maybe she was trying to find a way to prevent it.
Who knows? It's a ferry, it's not a rowboat. That's what life is. Where is this? Shut the frick up, dude. Where the hell is this stupid rowboat? Oh, that's a freaking boat, isn't it? What is that? Where is this thing? It can't be hard to find. It's a freaking boat. It's not.
I'll sing you a song of the Queen of the Sea.
I just realized this is a future museum. There's no way this is right. Dude, I can't find where this stupid little boat is. Where's this stupid boat at? Or whatever that thing is. I'm freaking tired. It's fucking pissing me off. Just make this game damn easy, gosh. Like, I've looked through every dang thing. It's not a boat, it's like a freaking...
All of the town stepped onto the beach and we cut them all down.
Holy crap, that thing is fucking I gotta go somewhere. Fucking how long?
What a beautiful
Another hour? 2
Delighted
hours?
to have it in our museum.
My blade never fails with the queen of the seas, that most marvelous
This is just at this point, I don't know what I'm doing. What's this the skull of? Some weird looking dude again. Kirk. Again.
She was alone, and I would bring her food sometimes, samphire and sea urchins. She would make dry food, and we would eat it together. Textures unlike any we knew that broke apart in your hands and in your mouth. We would sing together, make tea together. We became her family. The dry folk left her alone. She had a companion for a few seasons, a hind, who came down from the mountain and slept at her fire. And then, for a few more, a golden hare that ate from her hand. One night we all felt it. Those of us in the water and those above. The island waking, rumbling, alive again, more furious than before. I found Aggie awake, tending her fire, unsleeping, unresting, staring into her mirror. She told me she'd seen the island sinking into orange fire and boiling sea, lost forever above and below. The village and our town in the sea caves, all gone. Aggie went to the shore and blew the sinistral shell, calling our people up from the water. Aggie sang for them, the oldest song, and we spoke for some time. That night, the sea and sky was all the same color, a deep grey blue like a mackerel's back without the glitter. As the dawn approached, Aggie left the beach to return to her people, to tell them what must be done.
I'm not sure I want to see what happens next.
We have to, Mark.
Sinistral shell.
Such a small thing. But it changed the entire course of our island.
We heard the shell and knew Aggie had returned. Ibni was the leader then. It had taken many seasons, more than we would have liked, but there were finally enough Morlo again, and our village was growing. We were strong. Some of the younger ones didn't know Aggie and didn't want to hear her. Called her a moon-shot crone, but Ibni looked in her mother's face and saw the truth of it. The end would come. The earth was growling again. There would be hot rivers of death and clouds of poison. But Aggie brought us the answer. She would give herself to the island. Ibni's voice shook. Surely a deer or a goat would be enough. The year's finest, blackest calf. Aggie cast down her eyes and shook her head. We all knew. I offered my blade, but Aggie turned me away. She took her knife that had cut her own cord the night the volcano last erupted and wrapped Ibni's fingers tight around the bone hilt. It must be you, Ibni, she said, and it must be now before the sun comes up. This day, this morning, or we are all gone. The village, the people, the island. Aggie embraced her daughter. Ibni whispered something, but I could not catch the words. Both women's faces shone with tears. Aggie sat on the ceremonial stone, the tears streaming now from all of us. Aggie delivered her final message. She told us her body must not be burned or given to the sea, but lain in the earth of the island beneath the mountain. Ibni was shaking, and then I realized it was not just Ibni. The whole island was trembling under our feet, waking up. Aggie told Ibni to be quick, the end was coming. As Aggie took Ibni's hand and guided the knife to her side, we saw the fish folk rising from the sea, hundreds of them, so many. I had no idea there were so many. Aggie was quiet the whole time, but Ibni cried out. A sound of longing and hurting from her heart like I had never heard. Then she fell silent, and as Aggie's life poured from her body, the island and everything on it fell suddenly still. Utterly still. We wept then, in sorrow and relief. Then the fish folk were among us, countless, numberless. One embraced Ibni, holding her up as it seemed her own legs might give way. When the sun came up that day, land and sea folk stood together for the first time, talking and singing the old songs, Aggie's songs, together. Ibni and the fish folk took Aggie up onto the mountain. They laid her in the peat alongside the knife and all the things she would need on her journey. 4,000 years. Ibni watched over Aggie for days afterwards. Before she was covered, she placed a sacred carved stone, Aggie's beloved hair, inside her mother's mouth, to guide her and help her keep the mountain still forever. And so it was.
It's a little rabbit stone.
Oh, Aggie. Now that's bravery.
What the heck? You just said the stone was in her mouth. What? Yeah, it is. Why do you like shed her all the layers? Just like,
hey, Sparky, it feels a bit What disrespectful looking inside Aggie's body like that.
You were the one who dug her up and put her on a plinth, Morris.
Yeah, but I...
Relax, Morris. This body isn't Aggie anymore. She's long past needing this old thing.
Well, all right then.
Okay.
But then, why did we need to visit the Bronze Age?
Aggie thought it was important for you to see those memories, so you would understand her path before you met her. But also, wasn't it cool?
That it was. The things I've seen now. Oh, Sparky, thank you so much. To think, for a while there, I was worried that being dead was gonna be boring.
You are very welcome, Morris. Okay, so, shall we go say hello to Aggie?
Yes!
Morris, Sparky, it's so good to see you both.
Hey, Aggie.
Wait, you know me?
It's gonna be Morris who's...
Morris Lupton, one of the best-loved men in the history of Shelmerston, with the very finest dog.
Me? Oh, I don't know.
Come now, let's go out of this place, into the air.
Okay.
The one part of Shelmerston that looks just the same as the first day I saw it. I suppose it always will.
I love this beach. It's always been my favorite beach. I'm gonna go run.
Aggie, look at Sparky. She's shining.
That's the hope and the joy shining out of her.
That's it, isn't it? The point of all of this.
It is hope. Home. This island, it chose the two of you, just as it chose me.
And where will you be heading now? Heaven or something?
Heaven? What's that?
Well, I don't quite know how to explain it. But to me, it would be an awful lot like this beach.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm hoping to see Ibni, my daughter. It's been a very long time, but I remember her. We never forget the ones we love, do we, Morris?
No, I don't suppose we do.
I think she wants something, Morris.
Huh. Would you look at that? I just found a tennis ball in my pocket. Here you are, girl.
That was pretty chill. That was pretty nice. I like that. Pretty nice indie game. Peace.